I was about 4 or 5 years old whenever I started playing football, and along with that came wrestling. I just did what my older siblings had done and kind of followed in their tracks. So I ended up playing baseball for about 3 years, don't know the age range. Played basketball for about three, and then only played lacrosse for about a year. Whenever I was playing baseball as a kid, the team was always very close. Our families would all hang out every weekend. We'd travel together. We'd do everything together. Basketball, it was always something that you could train for. There was really no point that you needed to stop. You'd always work for yourself and just always work to make yourself better. Football, the same way it's always been. Loved the team, loved just the aspects of the sport, how physical it is, how hard you could hit, how you could do whatever you need to do to make a play. Wrestling, always been an individual sport. Work very hard for it. You've always had to work hard for it. It's very physically demanding. You need to be very conditioned for it. And for lacrosse, I kind of did that as an off-season football thing because you could be physical in lacrosse too. You can go hit people, do what you need to do. That took a lot of training just for me to build up where I was at. But once I got to a certain point, we moved away and I had to stop. Or fifth grade summer, we had moved down to Clearwater, Florida, from vacation actually. So I moved down, started playing for Clearwater. It's a travel team. It's not for any certain middle school. I went to Safety Harbor Middle School where there was no football team. And then we had about 4 games. Season got canceled because of some stuff that happened within the team. Moved up to Spring Hill when I was in 7th grade. Did not play 7th grade year for Western Ando, but 8th grade year I did, and I had a breakout season, you could call it, in middle school. County leading tackler, so that's kind of where it all started. 8th grade year when I was at Western Ando, being a county leading tackler, and not only leading the team as a tackler, but leading the team as a captain, really did make me excited for what I had coming up because I knew there was a bright future within football for high school year. Freshman year, I ended up going to Central High School, which is right next to Western Ando. That's kind of where they go. The middle schoolers lead into the high school. And 8th grade year is when COVID really hit. That's when we all went into our lockdown kind of thing. Everything went online. School was online my whole freshman year. There was no sports. It was a rough patch because everything that I was looking forward to a whole freshman year, very important year throughout high school, was kind of taken from me due to COVID. But that did make me more hungry for sophomore year, just to let me reach my goals throughout high school and see where I was going to be. Sophomore year, I'd only missed 4 plays throughout the whole season, so I was very well in shape, and I don't know if the word was prepared from coming out of COVID year, but I was excited. I definitely had that hunger in me. I was going out there, I was going to be physical, I was going to play for the team, help as much as I could, and I believe that I did that. Just missing 4 plays throughout the season is pretty impressive alone, but being able to not get injured throughout that whole season definitely meant a lot.
Clint came to us from Central about his sophomore year, and he's grown so much since then, strength-wise, conditioning-wise, physicality. I thought he was a good player back then with a great motor, and as he's grown and into his senior year now, he's become an animal on the field. So it's someone that we have to have on the field at various positions, whether it be D-line, outside linebacker, inside linebacker. He's just a tremendous talent, very physical, and a guy that needs to be on the field on defense because you want to play with guys with heart, desire, and intensity, and he exhibits all those.
Going into my junior season, I had transferred over to Springstead High School. Whole new coaching staff, all new kids. I didn't know 95% of the team. So I was just now coming in to see what I was going up against. And I've kind of made my way up through it. I think I'm to the point that I need to be at. within the players, and a whole new coaching staff, great coaching staff. The staff within the school, amazing. All the teachers, they're the best teachers you could ask for. And the students, they're definitely very helpful. The team is very close. We've all played together very well. So I only played 7 games because I broke my foot. But within those 7 games, I had 49 tackles, I think 6 sacks or so, which isn't really bad for being a defensive tackle weighing 170 pounds. It's a very undersized, but physical, getting in there, working, doing everything I needed to do to have myself on that team.
Clint's also a wrestler. He actually got hurt the last couple of seasons for football. Had an ankle injury, couldn't play in the spring game this past spring. But wrestling helps him in the physicality part, the toughness, the mental toughness, because it's just you and him one-on-one when you're wrestling under a microscope. And if you could handle that pressure and intensity on a wrestling mat, then on the football field, it helps out a lot. And then a lot of the pushing and pulling and, and tackling and all that stuff rolling around the mat. We don't want to get involved in personal battles like that in football, but when it comes time, I feel like he's going to win the battle more often than not.
I am also a multi-sport athlete at Springstead High School. I wrestle as well as playing football. Last year my record was 25-8, and I was 1 match away from going to states. But this year I'm definitely projected to do better. I'm state ranked now, so we'll see where that goes.
This is Clint's 3rd year in the program, and we're expecting big things out of him. He's already stepped up in practice as being a leader, and it's not just the leadership, the vocal leadership, but it's also him. Enthusiasm's contagious, intensity and all that stuff, and defense feeds off that. So when you got a guy out there like going as hard as he is and flying around and always around the football, then it makes those guys want to do the same thing. So you need tough guys like that on defense to kind of rally the troops and get the guys playing full tilt, like the way he does.
It is my senior season going into class of 2024, which is really exciting. The defense looking very stacked. We have some players on our team, and I'm aiming for 100 tackles, 10 to 12 sacks, and 5 interceptions. Because as long as playing inside linebacker, I'm going to be playing outside linebacker. So within those 2 positions, there's very diverse stats between those, within sacks and tackles and stuff. But the whole team is held together very well. Coaches, they are outstanding. They care about you. They don't treat you just like a football player. They treat you as a person. They will do whatever's best. They teach you everything you need to know. I'm aiming for a 10-0 season. I think we could do it. We have 6 playoff contenders on our schedule, which, yeah, it'll be rough. We'll have some games that are going to be closer than we want them to be, most likely. It happens every year. But they're still winnable games. I think we could do it as well as other kids on the team. So I want to have a deep playoff run, if not state championship team. The team has some players, so we could definitely make it far.
Clint, on the field, is a great player for us and a great talent, but he also, brings that work ethic off the field with his GPA. He's got a high GPA. He's an honor student, and he's setting himself up in the future for something in the medical field. He's doing a lot of volunteer stuff at medical facilities, kind of shadowing surgeons, stuff of that nature, to kind of set him up for his future. So he's well aware that there's life after football, whether it end in high school, college, or even professional level. Football's got to end at some time. So he's prepared for it. His dad stays on top of him, and they do a good job with it.
This year, going into my senior season, I'm dually enrolled as a student. So almost every single class I have, 6 out of the 7 are going to be at Pasco Hernando, college. I am an understudy to an orthopedic surgeon, so I've been in there shadowing him all summer, went in and seen some surgeries. He's leading me through med school, almost, you could say. He's teaching me a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I see Clint as a model citizen, a great father, son, just a husband, just great to be around, and whoever he comes comes in contact with, later on in life or in his professional life or in his social life, they're going to benefit from being around him because he's a great character guy and a guy that you want to gravitate to because he's going to do the right thing and he's going to rub off on you and really, iron sharpens iron. He's going to make you a better person.
This is a very big chapter in my life. I've been through a lot, physically, mentally, just coming throughout the years. My family has been a very big part of that for me. My mom, dad, grandma, grandparents in general. All of those people have built me to be the man that I am today, or the man that I'm growing into be. All of these coaches throughout the years, youth football coaches, youth like basketball coaches, sport coaches, and they're all building me to be the best athlete and person that I can be. I would like to say thank you to them, thank you to my family, just thank you to all of my peers that I kind of look forward to and that I work for. Senior season, class of 2024, this is it. This is what everything's built up to. Let's get it going.